Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of the Maine Smash podcast. I am Shiiv.
I'm Rosie.
And today we are going to be talking about the upcoming happenings in the Maine Smash scene. We're about to be on the transition from Smash 4 to Ultimate.
How many days we have left?
We have 20 something days left.
20 something. So everybody's on their toes. Everybody's
Everybody's practicing. Or maybe not. Some people aren't.
Yeah.
Some people aren't really playing the game a lot right now. But
yeah. I've been trying to put on the facade as if I have been playing. But
I think that's what a lot of people do. They just
it hasn't been working too well.
They just kind of try and keep their enthusiasm, but a lot of people's has been killed.
Yep. Well, and that's the big thing, right? I've been talking to a couple players in the main scene about it, and everybody says like, "Oh, I'm gonna come back, and this person's gonna come back. It's gonna be totally different," and I don't know if it will.
I mean, you want to maintain your passion for the game. You know,
right.
There's a lot that's gonna be in Ultimate, so I don't blame people for getting excited again. But it's I don't know. Will things be that different? I guess we'll see.
No, I don't know. And I think bigger. I think maybe just because we're men, we think more is better, you know. But it's like how many out of those stages now I see people talking about a 20 list.
Yeah.
You know, normal. I'm like, no. And we still have stages that probably both of us disagree with. I think maybe we'll talk about later. But so how does every Smash game start? Every Smash game starts. They allow all these stages. They think all these things. And then slowly but surely, we're left in the fucking dark. Nobody knows shit until either one person or one TO says something. We all thought a certain character was bad until they were good. We didn't know Bea was good until after a year.
Yeah.
And that was because Salem.
Well, I mean, we knew she was good, but we didn't know how good she was.
In the beginning of Brawl, who did they think was?
I don't know. You'd have to tell me that.
The beginning of Brawl. I mean, I think people basically knew Falco was a thing.
Okay.
Chain grabs. DDD, I don't know what he was at the end of Brawl, but the beginning of it, he had chain grabs. So I think people not revered, but I think they gave him his respect.
Probably over credited him. Overhyped.
I think they do that with a lot of characters.
Well, that's what happened with Little Mac in Smash 4, because I remember the first month of Smash 4.
Yep.
Everyone thought Little Mac was gonna be number one in the game, and he was every 4 Glory match you would go into had Anthea. Every match you went into had Anthea. Every match you would go into had Little Mac.
Right.
So it's things change. People figure out more information on the character. I still fucking hate Little Mac, but I don't think he's the best in the game or top 10 or top 20.
Oh, I didn't start playing when the game first came out, Smash 4.
Okay.
But you're saying Little Mac was considered one of the best.
The best. In the first weeks, the best. Number one.
So I think
there was a case for it because his moves are insanely fast.
Right.
KO punch if that can do mental damage. You have to be really patient.
Affect your psychology.
Yeah. Psychological warfare, basically.
Right.
But I mean, I can understand why people came to that conclusion, but then they figured out that Diddy Kong could just completely control every aspect of neutral and the ledge and everything. So
how did this go into Diddy?
No, I'm just saying that people realized that he was the best.
Got it.
Instead of Little Mac.
Got it.
I'm not saying he is now.
Yeah.
But so you didn't play when Diddy Kong was? Did you play before the Diddy patch? The first Diddy patch?
No.
You didn't play then.
No.
And you played Diddy Kong, so that's interesting.
So I played. So in Brawl, people knew me as T-Dap. That was my tag, which are my initials. So that was how I got that name.
Okay.
So I started as a Donkey Kong player. I played the end of Melee, beginning of Brawl. I was Donkey Kong player. Hard Donkey Kong everything. Had Donkey Kong ties. So I was Donkey Kong. That was my guy.
You came to the tournament suited up with the DK?
No, I never wore anything like that. Right. But I did own a tie.
Yeah.
That was a DK.
Yeah. Okay.
Slowly but surely, I took pride in being a worse character, I guess. But I always played Diddy and Snake, right? So, but I went to a tournament one time and I played against this guy named Wes, who's a Melee Samus player.
Yeah.
I played against him in a tournament and I used Diddy and he was like, Are you from all his? Oh, he said, are you from Smashboards? And I said, nah, homie, all is Brawl. And at the time, that was the website. So as soon as he told that to me, I didn't really know who he was, but I knew that he was somebody. So I said, oh, okay. So I started playing Diddy because I didn't realize how good my Diddy was until somebody else told me. So that's how I played. So I played Diddy in Brawl, but it was kind of towards the end. I was getting a little bored, right? Kind of like I did in 4. So pushing forward, then when 4 came out, I played DDD. Was in a certain group of. I had a crew. I was invited to a crew. I got joined to a crew, but I wasn't the best guy on the crew. So I played Donkey Kong, but I was also trying to figure out what I was gonna do, and then I guess Diddy just ended up being one of the better characters in the game. I was like, this is sick. I can play Diddy.
It just happened.
Well, I think neutral is a big part of it. You know, it's like if you know how to play neutral, it's like you can figure it out. But there are characters that feel more fluent, more. You know, if I play Marvel vs. Capcom 3, I'm going Wolverine.
Well, like I just started playing a lot more Dragon Ball recently. Like I had the game, but I hadn't gotten into it.
Yeah.
So like the past few weeks, just because I mean Smash 4 is like it's really not much going on in our scene right now. So I'm like, all right, I'll just screw around with this till Ultimate comes out or maybe longer. And it's like, yeah, you're totally relearning neutral. It's like you're relearning it. It is a completely different game, a completely different set of rules. So it's like, yeah, it goes really like you can have top tiers and tiers, but like understanding the neutral is gonna elevate you more than like you can't just pick up Bayonetta and I mean maybe you can, but
yeah, I don't know. I can't play Bayonetta. I've tried, so me personally I can't speak on that. But the numbers would dictate otherwise, right?
Sure.
One could argue.
I think she's fun. I played her in like friendlies at a couple tournaments. I didn't play her in bracket, but I thought she was like she seemed like she was oppressive like a melee character. Where she could just like suffocate you and just totally box you out, but yeah, I ended up playing Ness through all of Smash 4, so
right, yeah. So well, I mean, that's up to the player, you know. Like at the end of the day, what do you play for? Do you play for you need to win so that you can not feel like a loser, you know, or do you do it to have fun? Do you have it to be part of the community? But so some people, you could equate it to any sport, you know, like any sport, like winning is of cutting corners, you know, like in football, if you do a trick play, you know, people aren't like, hey, that's cheating. They're like, oh, I mean, I don't know. I don't watch football, but I think competing is winning. Like that's what competitions, you know. So I understand why people don't like Bayonetta, and I wouldn't even go as far as to say that I like her, but I get people trying to switch to a character that's better to win, but you know, I think as a fan, right? It doesn't make it fun to. I don't watch any Bayo versus Bayos. I don't really watch that. To me, it's just not interesting. I don't know. But
well, I mean, no one's really showing up to lose, right? Like you still have the objective to win.
Some people never win. I don't know if they're there to lose. Okay, no, you're right.
Even if your main objective isn't to win, even if you're like, oh, I'd rather show up and play Ganondorf.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm gonna try and style on this guy and do 3 side Bs in a row into down tilt or some shit.
Right.
It's like you still want to win, right? Like
that's right.
You can't just reject the objective of the game altogether.
Mm-hmm.
So there are different priorities. I know that, and some people, I guess maybe they know they could be working harder at it, but they would rather just show up and do this. But I think, at the end of the day, everyone's trying to win. But like, there's character pride too. You know, it's like I played Ness through all of Smash 4, and maybe some of that was character pride.
Right.
Maybe I just think the character is fun, but like, I could have picked up Diddy. I played some Diddy, so it's like it's not all about finding a most optimal, quickest way to win, but I think for some people it is.
Yeah. Me personally, I don't like people complaining about anything ever. So that's number 1.
Yeah.
So start there. 2, psychologically, I feel that if you take the easy route to win, then you'll never be able to be a champion. You can't really you could be the best character with the best stage, but at that last stock, last hit, you're gonna break. I feel.
Okay.
Because you're not ready. You don't have it. You don't. And you're not in that psychology. You don't know what it's like. So you're always used to cheating. It's like if you could take the quick route and.
Well,
it's not
cheating. It's not cheating.
No, it's just like, but I don't know. I mean, it's like you're like the smartest kid on the short bus, as they say. Like woohoo! Like yeah, you beat me. But I'm really curious as to how she's gonna tie into Ultimate. I don't think people really have it figured out like they say they do, because all it takes is one video saying Bayo's back
Yeah.
You know. So if they were doing off the top, if they were getting star KOs in the demo, you know, like how long have you possibly?
Well,
played
yeah,
the
I
demo?
mean, a lot went. So that match you're talking about, I know what you're talking about. It
Okay.
was.
There's a couple of videos, not even but that one
That one was.
That's the one I'm
that
talking
one was
about.
Plup playing Ridley versus MK Leo, I think it was, playing Bayonetta at the
Yeah.
Invitational, and people tried to come up with a lot of shit as to why it happened, because he's like, oh, Ridley's a really big character, fat, big hitbox. They're playing on like green greens or something, which is like extremely low ceiling or something like that. So like people try and come up with explanations for it, and it's like, I mean, some of that stuff's valid, but you see that she has the same toolkit, right? It's like it's the same character. They probably nerfed a lot. I watched a video by DeBuzz saying that they nerfed a lot. Maybe they changed a lot since that Invitational happened.
Yeah.
I think they may have, but it's hard to dismantle a character if you keep them with the same moveset, right?
It's hard to dismantle a character if you keep the same moveset.
Yeah.
No,
Do you disagree?
I don't know. I'm not sure I understand. If you could elaborate.
So like she still has Wish Twist, right?
Yeah.
And she still. I mean, I saw that.
You're saying that if they didn't change any of her animations, how different could she be?
Yes.
Got it. So.
And
yes.
she could be different. She could definitely be different. She could drop down 15 characters maybe, but it's still the same character, right?
Yeah, they're not gonna like, yeah. You're right. If they don't change animation, she's still gonna work the same way.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it'd be really interesting to see how that. I don't know, man. I'm just gonna have to see, and that's all the excitement, right? Everybody's like, woo, and it's one character always is just like, what? Look at this. Oh.
Well, Zero's saying that Pikachu is gonna be the best. And he has a video which it makes a lot of fucking sense if you watch it.
Yeah.
This is a not safe for work podcast, by the way. But,
okay.
But like.
We're not safe for work, people.
Yeah, but like. He showed all the moves Pikachu has and all the options and how he kind of plays into like the core concepts of the game, which he doesn't know yet because the game's not out. But he has pretty good understanding. He's Zero. He's the best Smash 4 player. So.
Right.
But yeah, I can imagine. It's like Pikachu's the best, and then everyone's like, "Oh my God, I can't play this game. Pikachu, I can't beat Pikachu, dude.
Yeah.
I show up to every tournament, I get double eliminated by Pikachu. I can't do shit." And then everyone hates the game again. So it's like. And that's something you saw. I mean, I didn't keep up with Dragon Ball a ton, but just to go back to that game, it's like you had this character was the best, Android 18 or Android 16, and then you had this character that was the best, and people keep getting pissed off, and they have to keep changing it. And it's like there's always going to be a best character.
Yeah.
There's always going to be number one. It's gonna switch if they nerf characters, but I mean you still gotta you can't just show up and be like, oh man, Pikachu, I can't do shit.
Yes, well, some people wake up with that attitude,
Yeah.
I think those are the people who don't win.
But it's weird. It's weird when you compare that to Smash 4 though, because that's what a lot of people did in Smash 4. They're like, I can't beat Bayonetta. Bayonetta's lame. She's stupid. I can't do shit. And I mean, a lot of people attribute the big decline in the game to Bayonetta, and I don't know how right or wrong they are.
I think they're. Well, no. I think ultimately brought down. I think people as soon as for me, I think Bayo. I think the scene was kind of like bubbling down, and Bayo was kind of. We saw the results, and so for me, it wasn't it was a piece of the pie, I'd say.
Okay.
And then Ultimate though was put the nail in the coffin. As soon as I saw Ultimate, I said, "There's no reason to play 4 anymore."
Sure.
We don't know how different Ultimate is, and so, yeah. But we didn't even talk about the tournaments.
That's right.
We got
the first tournament.
Okay, so Smash Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch is coming out December 7th.
Next day.
The next motherfucking day. There's a tournament being thrown by a collection. One could even say a mashup.
A mashup.
Of Maine TOs. The tournament is called Maine Ultimate Mashup.
Yep.
Okay. This is December 8th. This is at Buffalo Wild Wings. Super dope. This is going to be in South Portland.
Had tournaments at that venue before. They give us a lot of respect. They give us room. They're giving us even more room for this one because it's going to be a lot more people.
Right. So our secret sources tell us, right, that we're going to get half the venue at a Buffalo Wild Wings. Pretty.
That is the rumor.
Pretty classy.
Yes.
So they're definitely going to be serving us all night. So anybody who's hearing this, you should be there. I'm gonna look to take your money. So you should be there.
I will be there and
come try and take my money.
Yeah.
Anywho, but that's gonna be the first tournament.
Mm-hmm.
I think that tournament's gonna be a fucking shit show because nobody's gonna play.
In terms of like rules and shit.
But he said he removed. So one of the gentlemen who's throwing one of the TOs said that they had removed from our secret source.
Yes, from our classified.
Which may or may not be.
Yes.
Said that they
Smash
they removed the 3v3s that everybody's so crazy about. Wink, wink, cough, cough, and gave us squad strike.
Mm-hmm.
Very interested in the squad strike idea.
That's gonna be
if I understand correctly, right? It's just kind of like it's like an Iron Man.
Yeah.
It's just like Iron Man.
Yeah.
So Iron Man, I like Iron Mans.
Well, the game definitely has a ton of like really cool features like that. Like, there's gonna be a lot to just occupy ourselves with and figure out, and like, there's gonna be like 20 friggin' legal stages or something. So
right.
I do think it will be a shit show for a little while. I think a month is probably a good period of time, which is why people are saying they want the next PR to start in January instead of December.
Right.
Because they want those like 3 weeks to figure out what the rule set should be.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to take longer than that. But
well, let me ask you this: what are other states doing?
We don't know yet.
We don't even know. So I think when do seasons normally start? We didn't start. Did we start the season of Smash 4 the day the game came?
I wasn't playing competitively then.
So we need to go check those numbers. But I understand people. I mean, your ego's gonna be hurt. You're not. If the numbers don't look your way, then you change them. But also.
Are you saying if Ryan Ness gets 5th at Maine Ultimate Mashup, then we aren't gonna count data until January?
Whichever puts me at the top. That's what we're gonna do.
All right.
So just keep that in mind.
Well, there's a fabled.
I don't shy away from
There's a fabled group of people
in
Maine that supposedly decide all of the data and all of the information. I'm actually the person that runs the data for Smash 4,
right?
But I'm going to be stepping down from that.
Whoa.
But I'm still going to be involved with the PR making process.
Got it.
So it's really on them. That's what it comes down to a lot of the time. And I know the person that's going to be running the data next season just made a poll about when we should start, and it looks like people are voting for January, so...
Cool. Start the new year. I think
it's going to be a big consensus either way. It's not going to be like, hey, we're doing it now, and Ryan Ness, you went 1-2 at Maine Ultimate Mashup. I don't think that's going to happen. I think he'll win, but like, no one's going to be like, oh yeah, you went 1-2, get used to it. Like, you're on the data, so...
No chance. No chance. I can't really root against Ryan.
So do you want to talk about that tournament itself in terms of the placings?
Oh, that's easy. That's an easy one right there. Who? Yeah. All right. So you think Ryan's gonna win?
I think there's a really good chance Ryan will win.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Who else? You?
Hell yeah, me. I should always be. I fool around sometimes.
Well, you were at that level for sure in Smash 4, so you're already a contender.
Yeah, but what makes you think Ryan he only has a day experience? Just like everybody else.
He has as much experience as everyone else, but I don't know. He's got a knack. He was on every single PR in Smash 4 from the first one to the last one. He's the only person.
Bobby.
Him and Room.
Is Bobby gonna come through?
I don't know if Bobby might be there. Like, I don't know if Daz was gonna show up.
Daz will. Okay, that's a big deal. I think Bobby might. And you said talking about Pikachu, you know, he's gonna be scary.
Yeah, like that's scary. If Pikachu's the best by far and away, which we don't know yet, but it's looking like it could be. Yeah. Bobby Wasabi rolls through. He's been going and farming mass. He's been getting good wins. You know,
sure.
I don't know if he's been farming mass, but he's been doing good. He's been doing good.
We can talk about it like that.
You know, and then he just comes back through and destroys everything. It could happen. That could be. You could see Bobby Wasabi first place at Maine's first Ultimate tournament.
Yeah. So if you had to pick one player that's impressed you the most throughout the Smash 4 history, who would you say?
What do you mean by impressed? Like, went from zero to hero, or was just like, wow, this guy did amazing the whole time?
The most improvement. Okay. Who wowed you? Who do you think wasn't, but now is?
Man, that's kind of tough to say. In terms of, like, well, it's different because it was hard because the scene became different over time. And I think our friend Caleb, all 5, Dr. Miami, I think he improved a lot. And I saw his process of improvement because I talked to him a lot, and I'm in groups with him and whatnot. So I saw his commitment go up over time.
Yeah. And
I saw a direct correlation from his commitment to how he improved. He went from being unranked to HM to PR top 10, and then he's either 6th or 5th a couple seasons ago, and that was his peak. So to go from unranked to 6th or 5th,
Yeah.
I mean, yes, he was using Bayonetta. I know people are going to be like, oh, he's using Bayonetta, but to get to see his process of just kind of not really caring, like how I was a lot of Smash 4,
Yeah.
and then actually putting the time into it, I would say that's probably my favorite person that I've seen improve. But in terms of like just dominance throughout, like I said, Ryan and Ruin were the only people that were on the PR every single season.
Yeah.
Of course, you weren't here at the start, so we can't really count you for that.
Right.
You've been on it every season. You've been active since you got here.
Yep.
And like Doswell has been on it every season. He's been active. So there's a few other people that, as long as they've been playing, they've been there. But it's cool to see a couple of players go from the very start to the end 4 years later, and still be
He's
up there.
been out for 4 years.
Well, I think the first season was the beginning of 2015, or maybe it was summer 2015.
Oh, damn.
So 3.5, 3.5 at least.
Got it. Yeah, players. I'm trying to think, man. The Bangor boys they're always.
Well, Bangor, yeah, they're like the last bastion for Smash 4 right now. They're like the only people playing.
Yeah, really. Yeah, that we'll see. It's all gonna come together. All right. So
MFD, that's a really good one for improved
MFD.
players. He didn't play for a long time.
I don't know what he's gonna do.
He showed up like 3 or 4 seasons ago, and then he was like top 10 immediately.
Yeah.
So I guess you can't really say it was like improvement over time, but it was like.
Well, he had been playing. I remember at the Evo Saga, I played him. I didn't know who he was though, and I just cheesed him.
Oh, he was at that.
He was, and I don't know.
I didn't even know that.
I think he went under his secret tag.
What is his secret tag?
You don't know his secret tag?
I don't know MFD's secret tag. Are you gonna expose it on stream?
I already.
Wait, is this information that only you know?
I think you were streaming with me last time.
Yep.
Okay, and you don't remember? I think all 5 persons was the one who exposed it. So he was in chat under another name. You don't know?
Oh no! All right, don't expose it on stream. I'll do some investigative research. I don't want to.
Anyway, he was under a different name in the Evo Saga tournament. You can look it up. I played.
And the Evo Saga, that was like summer 2017, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
And
so over a year ago.
I didn't know who he was. But he was pretty good. He was like, I was like, oh, you almost beat me. Like that was pretty good. But, yeah. So those are the tournaments that we filled up. Let's see. Talk about the PR. So I think overall, man, Smash 4, good experience or bad experience?
Good.
Good. Okay.
Especially early on. So I'm different from you in this perspective where I got into Smash from Smash 4. My first tournament that I watched was Apex 2015.
Okay.
At the start of 2015, the game was already out. It just came out. And so I watched that. I watched the Melee Top 8. I watched the Smash 4 Top 8. And I was like, this game's fucking sick. I've been playing casually for years. So I was like, all right, I'm going to get into it. And so, but it still wasn't until like a year. It was like the start of 2016 where I started playing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I've really enjoyed those early days of Smash 4. I think those were really good. And I think Maine had a presence that was kind of unexpected for a long time.
Yeah.
Throughout 2017, most of it too. Maine had, I think, bigger numbers than you would probably expect. So I found the scene welcoming. I found the game fun, and I enjoyed the early days. So I would qualify it overall as good. But I do think towards the end we have kind of fallen off here for whatever various reasons, and I'm just hoping the scene's sick again in Ultimate, and I get that fun that I had in 2016, 2017 Smash 4 scene.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to more competitive matches. I'm looking for overall more players in Maine to be competitive, and I'm looking forward to being able to compete at that level, but also being able to maybe be cool with everybody, because I really do enjoy the social aspect of it.
Yeah.
As much as I don't, it's like I like that people can all play Smash. But it's like me and you may not even be having this conversation not for Smash, and we definitely talk about on other levels other than Smash.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's good and it can be good, and if the game is as good as it looks, the tournaments are plentiful as maybe one could argue are oversaturated in certain communities. then it should be, yeah. I think Smash 4 was good, and it's going to continue to be good, dude. Smash has been, I mean, how long? They really haven't messed up a Smash yet, right? Like.
Yeah, no, I don't think they have. And, like, I know people have their favorites and their least favorites. You have, like, people that staunchly hate Melee and people that staunchly hate Brawl and Smash 4, but it's like, these people are kind of outliers, right? Like, most people aren't, like, I mean, there's a lot of elitists for certain games, but it's not, I don't see people bagging on one specific title overall a ton.
Right.
I feel like a lot of people, I mean, maybe I'm giving the scene at large more credit than it deserves, but I think most people like the fact that there's different games that play different ways.
Yeah. I think it makes sense. It's like the same, not the same engine, but it's like this. What would you call that? Like the very it's the same foundation.
Same foundation, yeah.
But different mechanics, different engines.
Yeah.
Speed, gravity, weight. Like I think that yes, whatever Smash did, they have the formula.
Yeah.
And they're just.
Oh, they certainly got lightning in a bottle with the formula for sure.
So I like playing with items. First of all, I like playing with items. I like playing the goofy ass stages.
Yeah.
So the footage I've been getting recently, I actually appreciate. So I like to play on a somewhat of a competitive system with items.
I'm gonna have fun. One thing I know about the game, I don't know how competitively viable it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I don't know how how fun it's gonna be to play or how competitive what the skill ceiling is gonna be, but I know unlocking all the characters in the first like month of the game, getting all the stages, unlocking everything, going through all these like little stupid game modes, I think that's gonna be fun as hell. That's like the one thing I'm confident that the game is gonna deliver on because there's so much shit.
Yeah.
I looked at just like a photo of the roster with every character unlocked on the character select screen. It's like there's fucking like 70 something characters in this game. It's like there's a ton of shit in this game to figure out. So that first month or couple months or whatever, even if the game's not the best competitively, I think it's gonna be a lot of fucking fun just from a casual standpoint. And then going from there, it's gonna be a lot of ironing out of the rules. And how long you think it's gonna take before we figure out a rule set we agree on? Because people don't really remember how long it took in Smash 4. We had custom moves at EVO 2015. People forget that.
Who won EVO 2015?
0.
With custom moves? Who do you pick?
I don't know that. I would have to look at what custom moves he used if he did. EVO 2015 had custom moves. I remember because I remember watching DeBuzz. He like shot there was some custom move with Rosalina where he fucking like shot Luma across the stage and then like did some kind of weird shit with Luma that's not in the game. It was a custom move.
Got it.
And I remember looking at that and going, what the fuck? And then I looked into it. Custom moves were legal. The rule set hadn't been figured out in like 8 months since the game came out, and no one remembers that. So I'm wondering how long it's going to take for the rule set, because there's going to be even more shit to figure out in Ultimate. We got all these stages. We got the whole.
Are we going to keep Rage on or off?
Yeah, that's. I think people want it off.
Somebody else told me, another secret source told me that's false. That you can't change Rage.
You can't toggle it. Is that a rumor?
I don't know. I haven't looked into it, but
some fake information.
Yeah, but I saw King K. Rool's back air spike. It looks fucking sick. I'm looking forward to the game overall, but I have no idea, dude, and that's gonna frustrate the shit out of me because that's gonna change the outcome. I think a lot.
Neither of us were playing Smash 4 in Maine at the very beginning, so we don't have a basis for that. Hopefully we have a guest, because we're going to have guests in the future. Hopefully if we can get like someone on the first PR that can kind of give us more information about that.
Yeah, so whoever's listening to this, if you don't have to be Maine, but ideally we'd like to get Maine players just to shoot the shit about our community, about what they think, they can have their opinions, just talk face to face and play a few games, and just level everybody up and just kind of let everybody know we're here, man.
Yeah.
We got a community too, so simple as that.
What else we got?
We hit everything, man. We want to talk about.
We can go into the PR more.
Okay.
First PR for Ultimate.
The first PR. All right. So I think I'm gonna be the best. I think I'm first.
All right.
So I'm on the top.
Okay.
Right. Excuse me. Then I think is gonna be Ryan.
Okay.
And then
Be sick if we had a whiteboard right here.
It would, right?
You go 1, me, I'm the greatest of all time. 2, Ryan.
That's a good idea. Can I pull out some? I'm trying to think if I can pull out some paper real quick. How can we?
For the future.
All right, we'll get. I'll get some whiteboard paint actually.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, me first because I'm the greatest.
Yep.
Then Ryan. Who's on the PR now? I mean,
the thing is, there's inactive players too, like Doswa. He's sick, but I don't think he's said if he's going to play the game or for how long. So.
All right. Well, I would throw him on the PR, and he could be replaced. He could replace Ryan.
So PR right now.
Well, let's just say, listen. I think I'm the best, hands down. Okay. I'm the best. I don't care how many wins, losses, don't care. But on a PR is different. A PR is just about the wins and losses.
Yes.
And me personally, I'm not. I'll do funny stuff, you know. I don't.
Sure.
Okay. So.
PR right now.
PR right now.
1, Ryan.
Yeah.
So we know Ryan's going to be on it.
Yeah. All right. So let's just take me out.
You think he's going to be second?
Yeah.
I'm just going to say top 3 for sure.
Okay. Ryan's top 3. Cool. Who's second?
Second on the PR is Ruin right now.
That makes sense.
And like I said, he's the only other person that's been on every single PR in Smash.
But I hear Ruin is kind of like me over there, where he just like goes to weeklies and beats people up with whoever, and
he has a couple monthly wins in Smash 4, but he's mostly just he had this period where he was coming to prominence at Patties.
Yeah.
And then he just started winning Patties and never stopped up until right now. I mean, he's lost a few. He hasn't won every single one, but he is like you at Smash by the Sea for a while. Just pretty much uncontested.
Got it.
For over a year now, for sure. But yeah, monthlies, you know, he'd be more hit or miss at monthlies for sure. But he still had a lot of really good performances, and he's second right now. So. Okay,
so I like Ruin where he's at then. I mean, I think that's.
So you think top 3 in Ultimate also? First season?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I mean, if anybody was, I think it'd be him. I mean, it's a toss-up, man. We got. Yeah. I think Ruin is consistent. I don't find Ruin really loses to people he shouldn't.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Yeah, no, that's mostly correct.
You do the you're the numbers guy.
I do the numbers, yes.
So, all right. And who else? I mean, I think all 5. I don't know.
Hold on. Yeah, I'll go down.
Let's go down the list. I'll tell you.
Yeah. Yeah. So third for this season. Also, the season that I'm going from is kind of old at this point. We're doing a really extended last season. So this last PR I have came out in spring of this year.
All right.
So this is a little changed around now, but it's still generally the same.
All right.
Third, Zany.
Okay. I don't know.
Zany was quite inconsistent in Smash 4, I'd say. He had seasons where he played and wasn't on the PR. He had seasons where he's top 3, like this one.
Yep. So it's just that's what I would say too. I think you said it, like it's consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Is something that would have me put other people in that spot.
Okay.
So yeah, I wouldn't. So Ruin's definitely gonna be up there.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think Zany, if you want to keep it funky, I know when we get down the list, I'm gonna know when I put Zany.
Okay. All right. So I'll go to the next one.
All right. So yeah, go to the next.
So the next one, fourth after that is MFD, like we talked about.
I can see them going back and forth. MFD can do something to you the same way Zany can do something to you.
Yeah.
Right. But MFD definitely is making a wave. I don't know how. Yeah, I guess I could. I guess you would. It depends. I got to hear the whole list first. But yeah.
Sure.
This is making sense.
Fifth, 9-man.
Okay, 9-man. I don't know how he fares against MFD or Zany, but
I think he was positive over MFD for a while and isn't anymore.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Because MFD kind of pulled ahead of him.
They're probably the same area, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know where Zany's at, but okay, yeah. 9. Okay, I like that category. Yeah,
that's a very solid top 5.
Yeah.
I think you can clearly say that those top 5, if they put the dedication and the time in, will certainly be on the PR and Ultimate for the first.
Agreed.
Season.
Oh yeah. Forgive me. We're talking about who's going to be on the PR.
Yeah.
I believe all these players will be on the PR.
Okay, so everyone we've gone through so far will be on the PR.
Yeah.
All right, so 6.
Yeah.
6, Mags.
I don't know. I don't play mags enough, or I don't. But he hasn't always been on the PR, has he?
He's been top 10 for the past 2 seasons. I think he was an HM before that, and then he wasn't on the PR at all before that.
Okay.
So he's relatively new in terms of the PR.
Yeah, he's gotten a lot better over time. I've seen him get a lot better, but I don't know if he's going to be on the PR. I don't know if it's a guarantee over some of our other players.
Okay. 7th, we have a guy that's like doesn't really even play right now, Shard. I've never played this guy.
Okay, I played him once or twice. He was another guy who I didn't know played. I was like, I beat you, but you know kind of what you're doing.
Yeah.
I heard other people speak very highly of him. I can't speak for him, so I'd say
yeah, I really can't either. So
anybody who's listening to this, I don't really care what you think, but I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. But this,
Shard's a toss-up, yeah. All right, 8th, our last bastion for Southern Maine since you were inactive this season is Abaddon.
No.
No, you don't think he'll be on?
I don't know, man. Abaddon's attitude is just like. No, kicked off the PR for his attitude. I don't really know. He's okay.
He's
hilarious. I don't know.
Like we said, it's like you can show up with whatever attitude you have, but it's wins losses, right? So.
Okay, so I don't know. I don't lose to Abaddon.
Okay. Have you ever lost to Abaddon?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm sure he'll tell you if I did. But will he? Yeah, he'll be on this. Yeah, from Southern Maine, I think he would be one of our stronger players had he cared or had he kept up.
Sure.
Because I don't really know if he was a. Who was he beating?
I have to go back and look at this season.
Yeah, and so just to clarify on the podcast and to everybody listening, that. I don't necessarily agree. Right now, I guess we're just talking about numbers, just like you said, wins and losses. But I don't necessarily think that numbers are truth, So obviously,
I think a lot of people would agree with you on that. I think you can recognize that the PRs, even though it's a really objective standpoint of wins losses, it's not always going to be the truest interpretation of skill.
Yep.
Just because that doesn't manifest in tournament all the time.
So. Right. Yeah. No, these are just the numbers.
Yeah.
All right. Yep.
All right, so 9th, Excellency.
What was he before Bayo? Sorry, Excellency. Sorry. What was he before Bayo?
I don't think he was ever on the PR.
All right, so we're gonna
yeah, he was not on the PR yet.
But his Yoshi's not bad. His Yoshi wasn't like. I don't. Yeah, I mean he would be where he is now with Yoshi. If he's where he is, if he's on the spring PR. With Bayo, then I think he'll be the same with Yoshi. I don't really think it's that.
All right.
Where's Caleb?
10th.
Oh,
this is the next one.
Okay.
Caleb.
So.
This is actually, since he got on the PR, this was Caleb's worst season at 10. But like I said before this, he was like 5th, 6th. He was like 8th for one season. So he's been there for a while.
Okay, that makes sense. He's the gatekeeper.
Yeah, he's definitely the gatekeeper for sure.
And Bobby's in Mass now, so.
Yeah. Bobby's actually an HM on this one because he had been here for like. He had come back from Mass, so he'd been here for like a month and a half. He didn't really do much.
Yeah.
But he just had enough kind of like good data to be an HM, so.
Got it.
It was kind of funky. Obviously, he's way above that now. I think if he were to come back to Maine, he would be in our top 3 probably. So.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, no, top 3, top 4, top 5.
And then we got the HMs, like I said, Bobby and Bourbon Voden.
Voden's the Fox player.
Voden is the Fox player.
Okay, he's gone.
I know you guys have communications.
He just says that his Fox is better than mine. He's like, I like that. He's like, oh, I know. I'm like, yeah, but you don't. Anyway, so his Fox has gotten better. We'll see what he does in Ultimate. He's a funny guy. Him and 9-Man are funny guys. They're always a pleasure to hang out with.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so is there? You want to cover any more topics? Is there anything that you think? How long do you think we've been going for? 20 half hour, definitely.
I think half hour, yeah.
Okay.
Well, we can go into a little more. What else? Anything we haven't? So.
Do you want to even bring this up?
It's
a topic.
Let's go on to.
That's hilarious.
All right, so we can go controversial on this at least.
Cool.
Lilac Cruise.
Lilac. Okay. So.
The stage. So people are saying that it should be legal because it doesn't tilt anymore.
But the issue was of what I mean. That is, I actually like that it tilts. But I think the issue.
Why do you like that it tilts?
Because it makes the stage. It adds a layer of the stage that you need to be conscious of. Similar to how Fountain of Dreams, the two platforms.
Sure.
And I understand that the tilting probably aids in when you get pineappled. Or like the whole issue with under the stage, or people like teleporting through or missing shit.
Yeah.
So I think that aspect of it is cool, but I don't. The way that it plays out, it manifests, I don't like.
Okay.
I don't like that stage, but I've never not played on it or.
You never banned it just because you didn't want to go there. Is that what you're saying?
No, I have. I'll ban it against a villager. I'll ban it against
yeah,
a
but that's
Cloud,
like for character reasons, not because you're like fuck Lilat. Like a lot of people in tournament, they'll just be like, what do you ban? It's like they don't even think about it. They're just like ban Lilat.
Yeah.
It's
At
like,
the end of the day,
because against me,
yeah,
I'll never go to Lilat. Ness sucks on Lilat. It's his worst stage by far.
Yeah.
But I'll play someone and take game one, and they'll go, I'll ban Lilat. I'm like, I was never gonna fucking go there. So you should have banned Town or fucking FD or something.
That makes sense. Yeah, I don't. No, I don't steer away from it, but I just I mean, it's a game. This game was created by people, so obviously there's going to be things that you're dealing with that you don't have control over. But as a player of the game, you need to take into account that is shit.
Yeah.
I feel. So if you know it's shit, just know how to play on it, you know? And me, I'm always the guy who has it in his random select of stages, right? Because I don't want to pick a stage. But then when it comes up, I'm like, oh, fuck this. I don't want to play here, you know? So I don't like it. I understand why you feel that it shouldn't be legal. I don't mind. If it was illegal, I wouldn't be upset.
Okay.
It's like Delfino, you know? It's like I like Delfino, but if you're going to ban Delfino, it's like that probably makes sense. And people are trying to add all these stages back. Like, why do we keep doing that? Why? And in other countries...
What stages... Were people trying to add Delfino back?
People want, like, all the stages that were ever legal in any Smash game, legal in this game. I'm like, listen, we don't... Why?
Yeah,
we're happy with our stage.
Definitely no need.
I would like Fountain of Dreams, but we don't know how it's going to be relative to the characters, so we don't know if it's going to be ridiculous or not.
I mean, I would like Yoshi's. I'm happy.
Brawl Yoshis or Melee Yoshis?
Well, just the one that's in the game. I mean, Melee Yoshis would be sick.
Sick.
It'd be sick, but I mean, it doesn't look like the one in Ultimate is like that. But
yeah.
It looks like it's bigger, but and I think Randall's still there, but. I would like that. I'm kind of like 50-50 on FOD because I don't like the platforms, but it didn't appear to me to be a problem that it was legal in Melee and still is. So I would like to have those stages back, but like you said, it's like we should probably take a closer look at how it plays into the game first, which is why we're gonna be in this fucking rule set limbo for another 8 months till Evo, and then we play on Delfino Cruz at Evo Grand Finals Game 5, fucking Zero versus Salem on Delfino, and then. Salem upbeats through the bottom of the stage and kills him.
Fails back.
No, I don't know.
I mean, there's no custom moves anymore, but there's gear.
Yeah.
I just want to see. I just want to see who the new characters are, man. I think Mach Rider is a new character. I don't really know who that is, but if Nintendo took out a patent on him to renew his patent.
I didn't know that.
Oh, so they took out a patent to renew Mach Rider, which is some sort of character.
Yeah, I mean, the Pandora's box is open now. Fucking Piranha Plant's in the game, so.
I want Banjo. I think everybody wants Banjo.
I think everybody wants Banjo, yeah.
I think that makes sense. Where's Crash Bandicoot? Where's Goku? Where's Jesus? These are the characters that I want in Smash 4.
Where's the depiction of Muhammad?
Yeah, where's the picture of Muhammad? Oh, man. But yeah, so the season overall... I mean, I think Smash 4 was, again, I didn't start it when it began in Maine, but, you know, I had a good experience. I thought Maine is different than New York. I think in New York, everybody is more cutthroat, is more competitive. I think everybody has more of a sense of, like, fuck you, I'm here to get it done. Mm-hmm. And then we can be, you know, like, there is no being friends with people in Smash, I feel like, if you're not like, fuck you, I'm better than you. Like, that's where I think friendships stem from. Mm-hmm. Maine, I don't feel like that at all. I feel like it's more as though it's like, hey, we all just play this game. Like, hey, you know about this, I know about this.
Well, yeah, there was a big, it wasn't a big thing, but someone said earlier today in one of the chats that Maine cares more about, like, because we had the post about the PR, and all the arguments about when the PR should start, and someone said, like, people are more concerned with the PR than getting better. And it's like, it feels like a lot of times in Maine, it's like, I don't know that improving is our number one motivation. I think for Ryan Ness it is. I think for when you're on your shit and you really care it is, and Doswa and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And a lot of other PR players, but it does feel like a lot of the time that might be a secondary priority, so.
And for me, it's very demotivating to me. I've multiple times I've tried to. I mean, I'm always trying to reach out, being like, let's play.
Yeah.
But people don't. Yeah, no. I think you hit it on the head, man. I think that's exactly how it is.
Yeah.
And in New York, there's just like a constant level of evolution happening because people are all they're trying to do is not lose. Everybody not lose, I think it's a completely different mindset when you approach it that way. But I think what you're saying ties into the kind of the social aspect and like, why are you playing this game? Are you playing this game because...
Ties back to what we started with.
Right.
What's your motivation? Are you here to win or are you... Yeah.
You're just playing.
Yeah.
So that's cool just to play. I mean, we could play anything, but
yeah.
I would hope that I just want my time that I play to be spent with people who want to get better, so as a collective, that way I don't have to not play with anybody.
Yeah.
I don't.
Do you think that's changed from when you got here? Because when you got here, you were messing people up. You showed up at HUD and you beat everyone, and then you were number 2 for a while. You were first for a season. So it's like, do you think that got worse here, or worse depending on?
I think people did get better. However, I feel as though I stopped caring. I feel like there's nothing left to prove. For me, I felt like I had nothing left to prove. I came, I swept, and I'm like, how much longer can I do this for? Like, and it's also not, Smash is not as much of my life as it used to be. So I also feel like becoming older and taking that into account, I'm trying to readjust something that has paid for a lot of stuff for me and that I've been doing for 10 plus years. But at the same time, as a man, I got to figure out what I'm going to do with my life,
Sure.
So
I think a lot of players at that point. I think a lot more are going to be because
they don't know some of these motherfuckers can't even drive yet, and they're like they're talking about their Smash career and shit. It's like I got other not to take away.
Yeah, no.
But I think everybody kind of knows, or people who are in my situation.
Well, I think there's a lot more people in your situation coming up all the time because the scene really exploded with Melee.
Yeah.
So now a lot of people are hitting that point where it's like they were 20 when they were playing Melee, and now they're 30 and they want to play. They don't, they want to focus on other things. So
yeah,
that's always something that's happening. And you've got that in parallel with people, like you said, that aren't even allowed to drive. So it's like priorities are all over the place.
Right. No. So to answer your question, no. I don't feel like people got that much better. Maybe a few people out of the blue, like some people focused and really got better, and then I noticed it. But for the most part, I took a giant break, come back, and it's like, maybe the end result isn't exactly the way it used to be when I was on my shit. But for the most part, it's like the results still seem to be the same. It seems like everybody's kind of floating in the same pools. Mm-hmm. It's like, what are we doing here? Like, Are we all trying to play and get better, or are we all just measuring dicks?
Do you mean like towards the end of Smash 4 in Maine, or do you mean just since you got...
Every time I guess I didn't take too big of a break, but there are only a few players I felt like I highlighted where I'm like, you accelerated beyond the point of everybody else's moderate acceleration, So it's like, everybody, I feel like, I think as a group, there's like a weak link, right? And the weakest link is no matter what, everybody's going to go up a little bit. I say most people elevate the same amount relative to their environment.
Sure,
and I think that there are some players who are separate from that, who take the time and really analyze and figure out what it is that they're not good at, or take, whether it's their mentality or their gameplay, the mechanics, and really try and escalate. And I feel that there was only a few players that really showed to me. But in terms of competition, it showed against other players, But, yeah, so that's why I'm trying to have Smash Ultimate be such a big deal, because I'm trying to motivate myself so that when I do, because I know what I'm capable of, but it would be so nice to get to those places, be in those areas, Yeah. So, but it all starts with, it makes more sense for me to kind of have some sort of a media outlet, right? I love kind of exploiting the Smash scene, because we are a group of people that nobody really hears about, knows.
Yeah.
We all have our own story. We're all unique.
Yeah.
Right? We're all kind of...
I think that's what tied me in, too, from the beginning. It's like, you have a lot of different people
Yeah.
combined into this one. We're all set out for this one goal, you
Right.
know, or maybe these few different goals that are kind of related for the most part, and that's what seems to draw. It's what drawed me in. I think it's what draws a lot of people in. It's like my characters, and it's why we can do this podcast, talk about different shit, and talk about different people. We didn't really focus on anyone specifically this time, and
Right.
maybe we'll have guests next time, or
Right.
something.
So I can talk shit to your fucking face,
That's
dude.
right.
Or girl.
That's right.
Yeah. So, it's gonna be nuts. I'm so happy we're doing
Ultimate's
this.
gonna be sick.
It was so sick just setting this up and being like, yeah.
Yeah.
So I could tell that this is gonna be very nice in the
Right.
future. And getting, you know, and so want to tie in with tournaments, want to tie in with players, you know, if you want sponsorships, maybe, you know. So this is that's that dance right there. That's what it is.
You want to play our set?
Yeah, let's fucking play our set. All right,
Alright.
so this is how we're ending our shit. I guess we're just gonna play a 3 out of 5 set when we leave, right? And as we figure this out more and more, we're figuring it out. So I'm not gonna promise you too much, but always be some Smash involved. So real quick, we can set this up. All right, so we playing, Chad. How are we doing this?
I think for our first set, we should do the mains.
Okay, mains. Cool with that.
This is probably, unless we do another episode before Ultimate, this is the only Smash 4 set we're gonna do, right?
This might be our last Smash 4 set.
Yeah, only one on the podcast.
That's pretty sick. All right, so let's make sure everything's on. All right, this is sick. All right. All right,
Smashville?
Smashville it is, my man. We hit 5.
Sick. And what the people don't know is that I never beat you in tournament. Even though we didn't play much, but
No.
we played a few times, I think.
Okay. All right, so now's your chance, right? So
Yeah, I gotta get on the board.
And
That's
this is
what
the
I'm
last one, so it's like you
saying.
can
Yeah, get on the board, dude.
I don't know. I already feel you. I feel your blood in your veins. That's how intense this is right now. All right, I got it, and I gotta look good on camera. Boop, 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 boop. All right, setting it off. That neutral jab is a bad habit. I need to stop doing that. I'm picking that up. Oh, all right. Not so bad. All right. What you don't know is I've been practicing since we agreed to do this on this matchup just to make you look bad on. Oh, ooh. That needs to be bad, yeah. I gotta stop. Ness have any big changes that worth?
Oh yeah, dude. There's a lot of shit. I'm probably gonna spend a fair bit of time on them. But
You are?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I want to get a new controller.
Nothing that's looking like a glaring problem for me yet. So.
Ooh! I think that was... Ow! Oh man, I heard they shortened Diddy's barrels too.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I think that's cool. I don't think it's that bad. It's like,
Well-
whatever. You know, he's... It looks like he has stuff that... I mean, I didn't see any... I saw the banana doesn't go away after shields. After it hits a shield or a person, it just like pops up in the air, so... Nice. Oh no, I meant to do a forward air, but...
Eee.
Oosh, up tilt. Come on. No. Oh. I thought I was up. Oof. Man, look at that, man. That's such a low percent. You're an animal. Oof. Yeah. You notice he's trying because he stopped talking. Nice. All right.
Yeah.
Man, killing him at 187.
Okay.
I'm okay with this matchup. I don't really feel like
I'm
Ness
okay
is-
with this matchup too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Ness Diddy's fine. It's a lot better than a lot of top tiers he has.
Yeah. Diddy can be overwhelming, you know?
He can be, yeah.
So
I'd rather
I
fight
think-
Diddy than like Cloud or Bayo though.
Yeah, but you have a lot of get off moves.
Yeah. I
You
also
know,
play
you have
Diddy.
nair, like your nair is like a really. Ooh. Ugh. have enough. I have enough for any of that. See, like stuff like that is stuff I feel like you need to like practice.
What?
You should kind of have a game plan of like what percent you're doing what characters at next one and Z, you know?
You think I don't have that?
No, I'm saying me.
Oh,
you know,
oh.
like we're in the second match, and that was the first time I up through the up air, you know. Like that's not like the options I was going for is fine, but not really, you know. You're trying to be optimal. You're trying to take what we trying to give the least amount of percent or like chance possible for somebody else to win. Yeah, we'll take that. Oh, such a scrub. Let me live. Good go. All right. Oh, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Putting pressure on you.
No. Can't win.
Ooh, man.
Can't fucking win.
So happy we got that at least.
Ooh.
Nice. I'm so happy that we got that session the other last week.
Ah. So I hope the game went over.
Yeah, the audio input. Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Hope it wasn't going while we were talking too.
It's definitely playing right now. We're square. I mean, you checked it, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Where are we going? Down. All right.
Can't get 3-0'd first set, dude.
All right. First episode.
Yeah, no. It's not
Are we gonna name the episodes?
Not how I'm trying to start. Yeah, we'll just put some of the topics we talked about in the title.
We can name it after we record it, I guess. Yeah, there we go. Learning, see? Ooh, he goes up for it like I know he would. Ooh.
No way. No.
Oh man. It's hard out here for a pimp. In these cold hard streets. Ooh.
Shit beating out every move.
Ooh. Nice.
Ah, man.
Good shot.
First episode 3-0, Dan.
Sick.
Well, that's the only Smash 4 set we're gonna play on this fucking show.
Yeah.
Thank God. Next time we're gonna be snake.
Fuck this
We're gonna
game.
be snake doing next time.
Snake did it. We didn't even talk about the snake potential.
That's true.
So,
All right. Well, you know,
we'll end it just like that.
I got 30 the first game, but I'll try and come back strong in Ultimate. And thanks to anyone that checked it out. We'll be back next time. How often are we gonna do this? Every 2 weeks? Every something?
We'll keep you posted.
We'll keep you posted. All right.
Motherfuckers.
All right. Peace.
Peace.